So I've been doing this YouTube bit for a couple of years now. And in the past you always think, well, it's a young person's thing, isn't it? Rather like this here TikTok bit. If you're an older person, you would say that. And I am an older person. But I don't think of myself as being a little bit older. I am, as Bob Mortimer, the great and wonderful sage, would say, I'm an older person. I always remember when I was a youngster of the Beatles song, When I'm 64. And back then, I would look on it as, that's a long way off. I am now 64, and the song doesn't really apply, but to have a song named after your age is quite a good thing. There's never a when I'm 18. And all of my lovely friends that I worked with, went to school with, are also 64, and they always post on Facebook, as I did, the Beatles song, When I'm 64. Well, this year I'm going to be getting to retirement age. I don't feel it. My body seems to be holding up. There are just times when I might need one medication, which is this one, the story of which I told you from the Guadalajara. But that's the only medication I take. So I'm quite lucky compared to many people of my age, of my era, my vintage, I guess. And I'm lucky. I've never had any illness. Touch wood, that nothing will happen following this video. So I don't take any medication. Maybe it's because I enjoy a good beer. That's maybe the secret. After all, there was a lady who was 102 or something like that, and she said her secret to a long life was a glass of whiskey every evening. So if she lived to 102, then it must kind of work, mustn't it? So I've never had any illness. Since I've been here in Mexico, these 21 odd years, I've only visited the doctor twice, I think, in all that time. Both have been stomach related because of something that I'd eaten, but never anything relating. So in terms of health, I consider myself to be quite lucky compared to many other people. And I'm quite lucky that I still have my own hair, although it is getting rather badger-like on the sides with a little bit of greyness. Distinguished, I would call it. I always remember I was in a Walmart one time and walking down, getting my shopping and stuff. And as I passed by the area for personal care, a lady jumped out and said, "Would you like some just for men?" Why would I want to colour my hair? Obviously, I was a target. I mean, what's wrong with having a little bit of grey? I call it distinguished, especially on the eyebrows. One thing I don't do is grow a beard because it does tend to look rather badger-like. More white than the original colour that I had. But I don't really think of myself as old. I think all my friends are of the same persuasion. We all were born in the 60s, middle to early 60s. And we have this idea of, I don't know, that life is to be enjoyed. Don't worry if you get grey. And all my friends are very not into vanity. They're grey. Well, you accept it. And as I say, I've never really had an illness. Maybe the occasional stomach illness or a bad headache, but that is probably induced by the beer that we had drunk since our teens. But no, embrace your age. That's what I say. Accept that you're no longer a teenager, and that when you look in the mirror, you suddenly realize, that's my father. Whereas years before, you would think, look at that virile young buck. I never thought of myself as a virile, handsome young buck, to be honest. I'm just me. But now, I'm probably something that the older lady would go for. I don't know. I'm just dreaming. Anyway, yes, when you get older, you should never worry about the fact that you are getting older. Just enjoy these new years that you are facing. And if you act a little childish and do things in a childish manner, don't worry. People always say to you, act your age. But how can you act your age if you've never been this age before? Yeah. That's a stupid comment, in my opinion. So yes, in general, there was the only things that I have problems with are my knees, which tend to get a little worn out. They have had quite a few years worth of use after all, but that's only once in a while. And when you are older, enjoy everything. Enjoy everything. Enjoy a good beer. Enjoy food. Enjoy a nice glass of wine with a nice hunk of cheese. After all, at my age, I'm closer to carping it than I am to birth. So make use of those years you have left. And I'm hoping I have another 30 or 40 more to go. I mean, I don't feel, as I say, I don't feel as though age has crept up on me, except when I try to get up out of the sofa. You kind of make some kind of noise that you never made before. Anybody else of my age do this kind of thing? You kind of get out of the sofa and go, roar. Where does that come from? When does it start? It is a sign that you are getting a little older, I guess. Anyway, I'm rambling, aren't I? I'm going from here to there in various topics, but I'm allowed to, as I am an older person, an older gentleman. So the mind rambles. I mean, I haven't written a script. I used to write scripts for the videos that I do. I might write the occasional one if it's a historical video. But in general, I've given up on the scripts. because I never stick to them. I have the script as an idea, and I tend to write an idea for the videos that I'm producing. There's an idea. I write it down of what I'm going to talk about, and then talk about something totally different. Is that age, or just the fact that I suddenly have other ideas? I don't know. Anyway, thank you for listening to this aged ramble. Yeah, there will be more to come, I guess. Yes. When parts drop off, when my knees become a little clunky, then maybe it's time to get some new bionic knees. I will be the 400 peso man, I guess, once I get some titanium or plastic knees fitted. But so far, they're holding up. They don't buckle under the strain of my my weight, although I'm quite a good weight. I think I'm quite a healthy kind of chap, really. Anyway, yes, end of the ramble. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, you may wonder, what the hell is he on about? But please, if you do kind of think, well, this guy's got quite a good channel, please like and subscribe. Down there you have some buttons that you can click on. And if you're part of my channel, then click on like. And even though you wonder, what is he on about? And leave a comment too. And if you are of a certain age, please leave a suitable comment. Bye for now.